Alright. It is time for yet another episode of the Florencio Files. Up here in the top left in the red, representing his clan, Flotos. It is Florencio, playing Terran. Down here in the bottom right, in the blue, the Zerg player, it's Bambaleo. What's really great about the kind of low, mid, high, generally just diamond. He plays in diamond mostly with his off races, does Florencio, while he's learning, figuring out strats, figuring things out. That's where he tends to hover. That's where his success is. What I find most fascinating about these games, though, and most awesome, is that it's a level where his opponents can look like they're kind of like, you know, Masters level macro for a little bit of the game. Like, they look totally fine. And then he starts touching them, like doing things to them. And that sounds kind of nasty, but it's like when someone steps in the room and you got performance anxiety or something, you know, it makes you a bit nervous. I feel like you suddenly see players' skill levels drop like 2000 MMR when Florencio starts interacting with them. We see that all the time. What's so fascinating about with his Terran Brutus is you're not seeing Masters and GM players drop 1000 MMR. You're seeing players who are in Diamond drop 1000 MMR to like Gold execution sometimes, where they just can't understand what they're supposed to do against him because they've never played a game like the ones against Florencio. They've never done it ever before, and it freaks them the hell out, man. So this SCV is going to come in for a scout. I love that Flo has started low ground walling. Ruff does that. Another player who has similar playstyle to Florencio in some regards. Don't worry, guys. We will be hitting up more Diamond in the Rough and King of Cannons replays soon. Even if I just do like one a day, maybe as a normal thing, I could do it that way. I don't know. I'm thinking of, I'm reworking my schedule a little bit with what content we do at the moment. Doing lots of bonus content I'm planning at the moment. But Bunker at the Third going to be a nice block. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more of those games coming out in the near future, guys. I just got some brand new replays from Printf. I've already got tons from him and Ruff that I haven't casted, so we'll be casting more and more of those. Command Center on the natural goes down. Orbital going down in the main. Overlord does see this. Looks like a solid opening so far from the Zerg. Sixling's going to come out. And I wonder if the Reaper's going to go get inside that bunker. I feel like the Lings should be able to kill it before it arrives. The Reaper only now pops about 25 seconds later than most players' Reaper would pop. But, you know, just Florencio macro things, guys. He does make his orbital at the start of the game, which is good to see. Ooh, you're going to have to sell that, buddy. I don't think you can keep that up in time. The Reaper, wouldn't it be cool if he just went straight to the natural and just picked off drones? But the Queen's already out. The Reaper's going to get in. Oh, he tries to pull back the weakling. Bombaleo. Oh, my God. Look at this tryhard. Oh, my God. Bambaleo. Oh, look at that. He pulls back the weakling. Lets the other ones try to fight it. But Florencio's micro gets the focus fire. He's making Need proud. Picking off as many lings as he can. One more. Doesn't get the focus fire. Queen does end up shooing him away. Stay away from my kids, you dickhead. I love these little front claws. And look at these little hands. You guys ever noticed that Queens have these little hands? These little two-pronged hands? Fucking hilarious unit, man. I also love their hair. It's like they've constantly got a fan blowing at them. They're doing one of those modeling shoots and their hair's just fucking waving in the wind behind them. Beautiful unit. Where's the Reaper, guys? Oh, it's in the main base. There it is. Double starport going down behind this command center's up. No orbital starting just yet. 21 SCVs versus 27 drones. Third base is on the way. Zerg player is going for a very fast Roach Horn and Lair, spreading some creep between the bases. Definitely needs to drone up a little bit to maintain that advantage. Florencio is a Terran player. You need to have a much bigger economy then, because he's going to be building planetaries, tanks, and widow mines, and battle cruisers like no tomorrow. And there aren't a lot of efficient ways to deal with that. Oh, this is sexy. Oh, that's so cool. Lifts the barracks, plants the mines, shuts down the Overlord. Florencio says, I didn't give you permission to watch, mate. Catches the Overlord in the cupboard and goes, I thought this was the cinema. And he's like, this is my bedroom. And it's not cool that you're in my cupboard. Pulls out his revolver and pops the cap in his ass. A couple of SCVs still building. Flo still has not made an orbital on his natural. What's the bet he waits till he can get an eBay and make it into a planetary? He's never planning to make that into an orbital. This is absolutely on purpose. Third command center goes down. Man, he's trying to really build up his macro. eBay on the way. He's actually macroing like a beast. Florencio here really wants to build that economy. An engineering bay on the way in the back. What have we got here? Evo, Bane Nest. The drone count for Bambaleo. There is 0 pressure coming out of Florencio, but we see a Zerg player with no vision. After he loses that Overlord, no Lings on the map. Has no idea what's happening in this game. These Lings gonna go on a fact-finding mission. They've said, oi, go check what's happening on the other side of the map, Nigel. Nigel's like, oh, okay, guys. Can I join your gang afterwards? They're like, no, fuck off. And he's like, oh, okay. He's going to go spot the third base. Still no vision of the front, though. Has no idea if an attack's going to come across the map or not. Big gaps in Bambaleo's vision. Going roach speed, stopping at 40 drones here and hitting a pretty epic supply block. Finally starts up some Overlords. And it looks like Bambaleo used to facing early attacks, for sure. Absolutely used to facing just big old attacks flooding across the map. Because we're seeing roaches, we're seeing lings, we're seeing not that many workers. Upgrades, Bane speed, roach speed, +1 range. These are all great things if your opponent's playing normal ground-based stuff. Flo's got a quick 3rd CC. He's going 2-port Banshee? It's not Battlecruiser. Oh shit, this is the first time I've seen him go Banshees. Oh, that's awesome. That's so sick. No Widowmines being produced, only 1 tag. He's going to try and mass Banshees and float around these bases. Scans his opponent's main. Probably looking for a Spire here. Obviously has to worry about that. Doesn't really see too much, but seeing no gas there probably tells him no Mutalisks on the way. I love that the Roaches and Lings run in the base. He thinks a drop's coming in. He's like, I got scanned. There must be a drop. The Zerg units running around. Very little map vision for Bambaleo. Hyperflight Rotors is done. That's 4 Banshees. They're gonna go. All right, he's gonna show his hand with 4 Banshees. Oh, you're kidding me. Are you serious? Nigel's gonna see this? No, Nigel. Oh, you missed it. He goes to check the other. I love how he's only got 1 Zergling, and he's manually moving it between bases. Oh, this is fantastic. The Banshees slide out across that map. There are Overlords and Overseer coming to scout, but he's going Ravens? Oh no, is Florencio gonna do a mass Raven style? Or is it just a few Ravens to clear up creep maybe? I'm not sure. This is so bizarre, man. He's going to try and float this out, make a planetary. A single Zergling could deny this since he has almost no mobile units. But no Zerglings in position. 4 Banshees fly in. Uh-oh, Bambaleo's in trouble, man. He's making an Overseer, but he's got 5 Queens. Where are they? They're all up in the natural. The 3rd base getting focused down. He's got to save it. The Queens are all having a fucking knitting party up here. They're like, oh, do you like this blanket I made? I was going to give it as a gift for you. Something like, fucking go and defend the hatchery, you useless. Oh my god. Transfuse! No transfuses go down. The Queens waddle over here. Oh, the Banshee's going to turn and fight. Okay, they get 1 Queen and they get out of there. Nicely done by Flo. Meanwhile, 1 Marine, the only thing that shoots up for Flo, going to tickle this Overseer. That is going to get a look at this base. Realize it is indeed a mech opening. 2 starports, 4 factories. 3rd base is up with the planetary. The Overseer hasn't spotted that just yet, though. What is he doing? Do you guys see that? He was clicking repeatedly on this, but he was like click, 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 click. Drop changeling, drop changeling. Now go on pervert mode. I'm not sure what this Zerg player is doing with these units. Do you think he's got a Nidus Worm? The way he's moving around kind of looks like he thinks he has a Nidus. He forgot to build the Nidus Worm. He's like, I reckon he was hitting a control group that he normally puts his Nidus Worm on. I was like trying to place it that whole time. I was like, why isn't it going down? Why isn't it going down? Why isn't it? Why is it not going? Oh, that's tragic. Absolutely tragic. Nidus Worm is almost done though. Does have vision up here. I don't think he has vision of the main though. Doesn't have enough vision to place a Nidus in there. There is, of course. Yeah, Thor's on the way now. A couple Widowmines up here. He's going to have to move that Overseer. This is not a good area to Nidus. That's a planetary, but he doesn't know it's a planetary, so he might pop out there and just get ruined by the planetary fortress. Okay, let's go. Bambaleo making roaches, making banelings. He's hopping into the Nidus Worm. It's one of the slowest setups on a Nidus I've ever seen. And oh no, he's doing it in the wrong base. Florencio, you can see he's clicking here. He's already spotted it. His Banshees, he's moving them back as quickly as possible. He's got 6 Ravens. He still hasn't made Corvid Reactor, by the way. One of the most important upgrades if you're massing Ravens, because it gives them mass units. He does move the Overseer over, but Banshee's going to make super quick work of that Nidus Worm if he wants to. Flo. Okay, Thor's going to move it. They'll clear it up. Easy cleanup here for Flo. And yeah, I think that's in range as well. Javelin missile launchers, not particularly good versus armored units. They are going to take it out. It's like, Knight is my planetary. Go for it, man. I do not care. Changeling, unfortunately, does go down. Man, Changelings are such a cool looking unit. Did you see that? He had pants. The rest of him turned back into a bug, but apparently the pants were actually separate. So they basically, like, they grow this weird blobby creature, they give it genes, and then it transforms the rest of the way. Okay, fair enough. Did he just use 2 auto turrets to kill an Overseer? Yes, he did. This is truly peak StarCraft right now, guys. What do we got? Mass Thor Raven. Now, guys, this is an amazing composition. Back when the Raven could spam anti-armor missile that did damage. Anti-armor missile currently does no damage. All it does is reduce armor by 3 for 21 seconds. So the Ravens can basically drop a lot of auto turrets and be really annoying. They can also use Cuck Matrix on any psionic units. Queens, you know, Vipers, Infestors. But it's not the most effective combat unit, right? So I feel like it's going to be a lot more about the Thors, the Banshees. The auto turrets can absorb some damage and be very annoying, but we'll have to see how it goes. Bambaleo still only on 44 drones. He's trying to go for Broodlords right now. Or 44 drones. Oh, Bambaleo just on such a tiny economy all game long. Maxing on Roaches and Corruptors right now. The 4th base is going to go down. The Queens, once again, far too slow to respond to that. Let's take a look at these Banshees. We've got 1 kill, 4 kills, 3 kills, and 5 kills. Remember, 2 of those kills were hatcheries, though. The Ravens are now going to start being as annoying as possible. Another Night Swarm goes up here. He's going to try to push from the other side, but you got a wall with a tank behind it. You got Thors, you got mines. Banshees coming out in large numbers, not to mention these Ravens are about to ravage this base. Run, drones, run, 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 run. You can tell Florencio definitely doesn't use rapid fire with how slow those auto turrets are going down. Often overlapping as well. Ooh, one of the Ravens goes down. Anti-armor missile goes down. Those auto turrets, though, are starting to kill them. 2 anti-armor missiles go down. He needs more auto turrets. The Corruptor's getting ravaged. A lot of the Ravens taking damage, but only 1 or 2 has fallen. Every single Corruptor goes down. The Queens are trying to fight the auto turrets. That's not what you do. You've got to fall back. The Ravens decide to fly back in and present some nice targets. So the Queens do get a few kills there, but a bunch of those fall as well. In the production tab, what do we have? More Thors. There are still Ravens building behind this as well. We've got a pack of Roach, Bling, Bane, Ravager down here. Oh, I'd love to see that engage that planetary fortress. More command centers starting to march out across this map. Bambaleo is trying to rebuild the economy. Has a hive up. Hasn't started Great Aspire. Bambaleo is super lost in this game. A Terran that is not pushing, is not engaging, and Bambaleo seems to have completely lost track of what he is supposed to be doing in this map. We are seeing command centers land. Oh, don't go up there. Oh my god! Don't go in there! Don't go in there, bugs! The Thors pull behind the wall. The Roach Ravager takes a few big tank shots. The Banshees, engines scream and fly on in there. Mass repair. The Drilly Boys get ready to mass repair. That command center, it's not going to be enough. That's enough Roach Ravager Baneling to take it out. But a lot of the Roaches and Ravagers are going down. There are command centers landing at these other bases that will be able to morph into extra planetaries as well. The Banshees going to kill everything. You got to get out of here. Pop a Nidus Worm. You've got to evacuate Bambaleo. No! Oh my god, don't throw all these units away. Please! These Roaches, unfortunately, have pretty terrible commanders. They're being told, sacrifice yourselves to kill 2 extra workers. They are going to run back into a Nidus Worm, finally getting out of there. But there's a planetary erecting in the north. This command center is going to move down, somewhere down to the left-hand side. It's a scouting command center at the moment. Still no upgrades for the Thors. They are all at 0-0. Up against 2-1 Roach Queen. Thankfully, Roaches and Queens not the best unit. And no melee upgrades. It looks like a Broodlord Queen army for Bambaleo, which is not a bad army, but you need melee upgrades to really beat the Thors. I guess they're going to have equal 0-0 upgrades on both sides. Queens with Transfuse are very good, but if you put these Thors in high impact payload, you've already got 10 Thors. I believe this game was played pre-patch, which means you're going to need to target fire with those Broodlords. There is a feature or bug, depending on how you look at it, where if you target fire, so you individually focus on a single unit, you say, A, click on that unit, or right click on that unit, and then pull back, A, click on another unit, pull back. You can actually shoot with your Broodlords from about 13 range, which means even if they swap into their high impact payload, 11 range shots, you can outrange them. If you just A-move into the Thors, they will destroy Broodlords. So we're about to find out how good Bamboleo's Broodlord micro is, and considering I play a lot of low GM players on ladder who their Broodlord micro could best be described as basically just picking up a water balloon and throwing it against the wall. Like, that's like most Zerg players' micro, let's be real. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Let's see if Bamboleo can do any better. Corruptor's coming in. It's only 5 Broodlords. That's not enough. Roach is running for a backstab. They're going to take out the tanks. The Broodlords need to pull back. The Broodlords need to pull back. The Broodlords... Finally, they pull back. They are definitely not being focus fired. They're all on one big control group here. The Broodlord's being pulled back a little. Not being target fired though. They're being attack moved. You can see the attack move. They're getting just blasted out of the sky by these Thors. The Thors do not give a fuck. And those Broodlords get wrecked. The Roaches though, going to try and make a game out of it. They are getting in the mineral lines, getting on top of the production. The problem is, how do you ever deal with this Thor army? Morphing Broodlords right in front of the existing Thors. Also not going to work out too well. One of those cocoons instantly falls. Corruptors just flying over the Thors and getting blitzed. Oh no, Bamboleo, you got to give up this main base. Pull back. Do you want to see a magic trick? The Broodlord says. The Thor says, yes, please. The Broodlord's like, good, it's a disappearing. Just fucking gets its face shot off. Look at it. Morphs, disappears instantly. I don't know if this is how you use Broodlords, guys. 2 Roaches and a Zergling flank the tanks and Thors and get absolutely annihilated. The Roaches and Ravagers doing a good job, but they're still mining up there, and there's Liberators about to pop out. Oh, big brain Florencio realizes there's no anti-air over there. He's going to use Liberators to clear up his main base. Broodlings versus Thors. Turns out the Thors win the gigantic mecha army, making it happen right now. We've got Liberators here coming out. We'll take a look at those when they do start engaging. For now, tanks on the high ground. She tried to protect her kids. Oh my god, look at her corpse. Oh my god, this is savage. Oh, I love watching chunks of Zerg meat fly everywhere. Look at the extractor when it dies. Oh, this is beautiful. A gigantic wall of Florencio's Thors just marching in. Snap the greatest by. The Broodlings come out like, for the swarm. And they all instantly die. The Liberators, have they been used yet? Oh, the Corruptors came over and actually got the Liberators. But there's a Thor there, which of course the Corruptors cannot engage. It looks like all the Roaches went down. There's only a few Roaches and Ravagers left. A few Liberators are rallying across the map. These Widow Mines are saying, we would really like to make friends with some workers. We want to meet some of those people who work all day to keep us fed, keep us happy. The drones unfortunately run away. They say we'd rather not play with you. Our parents have warned us about the Widow Mines. Oh, don't even... Oh, they don't target lava on their own? They only target eggs on their own, right? The Widow Mine's going to come in. Bile goes down. Does not quite take it out. The Thors and tanks are going to come forward here. And with that, Bamboleo is going to tap out of that game. Those Corruptors just get friggin' blasted. I love it. It's like a little shell of a Corruptor just drops to the ground. Florencio here, expanding like a beast. Running Banshees around in circles and absolutely destroying his opponent's Nidus play. Bamboleo, unsure how to react and deal with it. Tries to go mass Corruptor Broodlord. I think might have been able to make it work. If he held up the main ramp initially, waited for 12 or 13 Broodlords, made a melee upgrade, most important upgrade for Broodlords, maybe, just maybe, could have actually done it. Florencio, of course, stays in the game for another 30 seconds. Just talking to chat, not really doing anything. GG, well played. It's the first time I've seen him mass Thor and go Banshees. Awesome. GG's, mate.